Hi everybody, Deanna here again. We are going to be working on week 7 of 52 weeks of Christmas. Today we're going to do, yeah, I'm going to hang it on my wall, but it could easily be an ornament. But we're going to work on a star. And what I've done is I've taken the star shape and I cut it 5 times out of just some cereal boxes. And then I glued those all 5 together. The next thing I did, and I made a mark on each one so I knew that they were going together the exact same way. The next thing I did was I took a piece of burlap and with Mod Podge, I painted the Mod Podge all over to make it stiff. So now we're going to take this, find the best angle for us. Let me move this part, this is the next piece. And we're going to draw on this with a pencil. Actually, yeah, right. Drawing it with a pencil so we're able to see where we need to cut. And being stiff, it doesn't move around. And that also will keep it from fraying. So quite often if I'm working with burlap, I will do this, and I'm gonna try to make a little mark there too so I know that that's my point that I need. Now we can just go in and cut along those lines, and I often, even if I'm just doing a strip of burlap on something, I usually do add the glue just so it doesn't fray away. And even on edges like this, if you want it frayed, then you can put glue along the edge to stop that fray at any time you want. That way it's like, okay, this is how much fray I want, but I don't want it to go beyond that. Then you can use regular even Elmer's glue. As long as the product's not going to get wet after you're done, you're fine. Just trying to get my angle there so I could see my pencil mark. Now this only took about a half hour to dry, but I really added the glue to it, and I just sat it. It's winter time, so I sat it by the register, and it didn't take too long to dry, so it wasn't too bad. There we go. So now let me see if I can find my, oh, there's my mark. So this should line up pretty good. Yeah, just like that. Right. See how much it hangs over on the sides. And it hangs over a little tiny bit, but I'm not worried about that because we're going to add something else along that edge too. So let's go ahead and glue this down while we're right here so that I can have some time to dry. And I'm just going to use Mod Podge again. But we're just going to put that Mod Podge right on there. You could use, I really don't want to use hot glue because I don't want it seeping through. Let's see if we can get this to hold this. Here we go. Is that right? Okay. Might need more. Yep, it's not thick enough yet. Okay. So let's just go ahead and just soak it up here. Let's get it good and wet so it sticks to there. And if it doesn't seem to stick after this, then I'll use an edge of hot glue to get this to hold it. But I'd like to try this first. All right, there we go. And it might squeeze through and get on your fingers, but it's all right. Okay. Now I like to keep, if I get scrapbooking, sometimes you'll get things that are in these packages. I just save that, and then when I need to glue or something, then I just put it on there and it doesn't stick to that. So I'm just going to press this on there. Give that a good press down. Good. We can line up there. Oh yeah, okay. Make sure it's stuck really good. And if I see now that it's stuck out there just a little bit farther on the edge, I'm just going to trim that off. If you can see that, it's just a little bit too far. But I know I don't have to worry about it fraying away if I trim it because of that glue that I put on there before. So I don't mind a little bit hanging over. It's not going to hurt, but I don't want a ton hanging over. All right. Push that down. We'll see if that holds up while we move on to the next part here. We'll see if that holds up. If it doesn't, then we'll go on to plan B. I haven't pre-made this, so just going from what I'm winging it, I guess they would call that. Now I took the shape. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to stick. Took the shape and I put it on a piece of white paper. You could do this in any color you want. I just thought I'd go on the white. I'm on a white Christmas kick, I guess. And then traced around it. And then I knew I wanted that to be inset inside. So I took my ruler and I went a 1/2 inch in and I just started marking. And I would turn it, move it, use the guide, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, and I did that all the way around so that I knew that this star in the center was going to be the same exact shape as the star, the bigger star. So that was the easiest way for me to try to figure out how to cut my star the same but make it smaller. So now I did it on the back side too, so these pencil marks are not going to matter because I'm going to flip this over. So then I'm just going to cut this out. And you can do that type of shrinking it down with anything that's got flat lines. Of course, with a circle or angles, it's going to be a little bit harder, but you can still take your ruler, whatever it is, and you can make marks with it and then like connect the dots if you have an irregular shape. That's how I usually handle that. I just make consecutive marks and then use those as my points of how far I want to be away. All right. This also has a mark on it, so I know which way to go. So that's that, and I know this is up. So is that sticking? No, a little bit, but not very much. So I'm going to take some hot glue, and I'm just going to tack that down with that, just so we can keep moving on here. I have a snowball rolling away from me. Here we go. All right, just a little bit, and it's getting in that wet glue. All right, and we're going to be decorating this too, so hopefully that won't, the hot glue wants to seep out through those little edges. All right, there we go. Get that glue off my hands. That's the thing with hot glue, it likes to seep through those little edges. All right, but that helps hold it down. So hopefully that will hold it down now. All right, make sure, there we go. Get our line up back up here. Where is my, oh, there it is. Our glitter glue isn't on my desk. Here we go. So let's try some more glitter glue on this. And we're gonna put that all on there, give it a good amount. If it squeezes in there, that's fine. And we're going to make sure that's like that. And I wanted to go with whites and then the natural colors. So that's why I'm going to erase that pencil line there. All right. I pulled out some pre-made flowers I had. These are done with the Spellbinders die, S5-055. It's a very nice die for poinsettia. I like it. And then you cut them all out and you can use just the smaller ones if you want or make bigger ones. So I just grabbed 3 that I had pre-made, and one is out of decorative cardstock, one is out of and the other 2 are just out of regular cardstock in 2 different colors, and then I inked the edges with a, let me grab the ink right here. I think I got it right here. Maybe. There we go. It was Ranger Distress ink is what I edged that with. I also have some whitish colored twine, and I have put some glue on that and let it kind of set up in the shape. I have baker's twine, and that's in kind of a, well, it's kind of a tealy color, but it's more on the sea foamy green, or not green, but it's not teal, but it will go good enough with that because it pulls out of there. I got that. I've got these snowflakes, which I bought on wish.com, and it's SPDB14B34, and they come in a good sized bag. I have some small snowballs these are from Hobby Lobby, by where they got the kids like Christmas crafts is where I got those. And I pulled a couple other things that I may or may not use, but that's the basics. I got some pine cones here, some miniature, my little pine cones. All right, so that should be set up now. So let's see about these. All right, maybe just do 2. I don't have another small one in here made up. I wanted to go with ones that were already made up. Let me see if I can get this one apart here. Maybe I can pull this one apart without damaging the rest of it too much. There we go. There. And we'll just use 2 small. Whoops, that one has an extra leaf on it. And we'll just leave that. Right, there we go. And we'll just use that other small one there. Okay. So now I'm just going to kind of lay it out a little bit to get an idea of what I want. Got that. And I may or may not use all of these things. I'm not quite sure. I like the white twine for sure. Yeah, it's getting kind of cute. And I think we can just throw some snowballs on there in different places. All right, let's start adhering this down. We're just going to go for it. All right. I'm just going to place some glue down here and set these in it. Because some of this is going to get covered up with pine cones. We may need some hot glue on this. So let's try that. And we'll put it in the area that's most likely going to be underneath the poinsettias there. Okay, so let's just take this. Yep, there we go. Okay. So let's give this a big dab of glue here. There we go. And give that one a little dab of glue. So jump in there just like that. And these just had some, I put some glue on them and then just put sparkle on them. A little bit of sparkle on them, glitter. That one I think had a little bit of touch of the snow. Alright. So let's put some of these on. And these are like, they look like little pearls off, but they're just a piece of plastic like the face of a button or something, but there's no button back on them. So, and I pulled out 7. So, whoa! Well, that one's going to go there. With the hot glue on it, I'm not going to try to pry it back up. Let's see if one looks pretty in the center of that. Let's see. Nope, it's not going to hold in there. We'll put a snowball or something in there. Alright. Tuck you in there. And if you see the glue strings, we'll make sure we get those all pulled off. Alright, we got some of those. Let's, now these are, they're like felt almost, but they want to kind of stick together. So, I think we'll just kind of let them stick together. And we'll just put little dabs of glue on them. See? And they just fell where they fell, I guess, huh? They're so cute. Whoops. Not very easy to hang on to, but cute. Uh-oh. Those are connected to a great big glue string. That's the only nemesis about glue guns is you get all them strings. Let me see what we got here. Make sure I got them. All right. Here we go. I also had this little clip here, and I thought that might be cute with something on it. I'm not sure what. I had a sticker that I thought might be cute in there, but I don't like that idea either. Let's see. No, I think I'm just going to keep going with this natural theme here. Let's see here. Let's get some of our pine cones going. I've also got this other jute, and I think this was from Hobby Lobby. Yep, it is from Hobby Lobby, and it was in the crafts department, not in. So it was just bigger, and it says $2.99. So I did add a little bit of glue on this to help hold it together. So maybe before I get too far, maybe we should glue that down along that edge. I'm just going to take some hot glue, run a bead of it right along there, and I'm starting right in the corner of the star there, so that when I come back around, it's easier to hide. We're just going to do this all the way around. Little bead of glue. And we'll do one section at a time. Let that kind of sit a second. Okay. Whoops. Grab me. Kind of press it on there before it gets too dry. Okay. Again, if it's too hot, take something else and it's not going to burn your fingers. Pencil, whatever. You could use decorative ribbon or some other type of trim, glitter trim. I just wanted to kind of stay with the natural since I was going to put some pine cones and stuff on there. And I'm trying not to work too fast so that it has a chance to set up there a little bit before I move on. This is just going to give that edge a finished touch. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh, come on. There we go. Okay. All right, coming along. It's not the fastest process, and this could have been done first, but nothing's really in my way yet, so I think we're good. Just I want to let that, I don't want to push it too fast and then not let it set up a little bit. Maybe another glue stick here. There we go. And I did leave this just a little bit longer than what I needed, so I knew when I started gluing down I had enough. Oopsie. Oh. And I hope this isn't too dark for you. I have lots of light in my room, but it just dawned on me I do not have my overhead light on. So I hope that's not creating a problem visually. On my screen it looks fine, but all right. Got this last little bit here, so let's measure that out and then cut it. Here we go. All right, let's bring that down. And that is a little bit stiffer because that is the one, that's the part that I glued. I glued about this much of that, so I knew when I cut, if I cut it, it was in a part that was going to be already glued and wouldn't come apart. All right, got that. So let's start putting some of these pine cones in. I got some bigger ones and some smaller ones. Let's go with these here, like that. And even this is more of a wintry type thing too, I guess. So you wouldn't have to necessarily just use it for Christmas. It's kind of a wintry thing too, so. That's cute. I got some teeny tiny ones here. Oh, let's do something down here. There we go. Let's add one of these down here on the tip. And let's add some more snowballs. I think what I'm going to do is put some dots on here and then just set those snowballs in it. There we go. Might make it a little easier. A little bit easier. And there's no rhyme or reason, just throwing them in. Okay, let's, whoopsie, whoa. All right, let's put a snowball right there in that center. And then how about one right in the center? There we go. Yeah. It's actually very cute. And I probably will just, let's do a third one of these here. There we go. All right. And then let's do, oh, I dropped one. Let's see here. Let's do another, let's do a snowball here. And maybe one here. This art glitter glue seems to be holding them pretty good. And we'll do one here. I think they just kind of brighten it right up. Okay. Got a couple more of these, maybe. Whoopsie. Get my fingers to work, maybe, huh? Alright, so just a little dab. Let's put one right here. And then we'll put the last one right in here. Right in there. And while those are kind of setting up a little bit, I'm going to take my jute. And I purposely put that color on the back when I did the cereal boxes. This is my top. I'm going to lay a bead of glue here without smashing my other things. And you could easily have done this first. And you can use a different kind of hanger if you would like. It's just what I decided to go with. Okay. All right. And I still don't, no, you know what? I think that's good. I think that's what is good. I think it's very pretty. I could do a couple more pine cones maybe off to the side here. And maybe we'll tuck one in there. Tuck a small pine cone in there. Underneath here. And then maybe, it's hard to find places to tuck them. Yeah. All right. I think that's what I'm going to go with today. Thanks for joining me. And I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you liked my video. And if you do subscribe, please hit the bell so you can be notified when I put up new videos. Again, this is week 7 of 52 weeks of Christmas. It's my challenge I'm doing for myself. And until the next time, I'm going to be crafting, and I hope you will too. Have a great day.